Aloha everyone, and welcome back to the Leilani Estates update for June 11th, 2018. Tonight I decided to add the map key to the county's public map, flow map. A commenter pointed out that no one was including the map legends, and only on the USG map does it actually show the legends. So when I captured the images, I never really thought about turning the legend on. So I thank that commenter for pointing that out. Okay, with that said, let's move on to Fissure 8. And USGS is reporting Fissure 8 fountaining is still active. Fountain heights are ranging between 100 and 150 feet. Some a little bit more from what I understand, and it is still producing the channelized flow that is flowing to the north-northeast and entering the ocean at Kapoho Bay. As you can see, Fissure 8 is very well established, so in my opinion, I suspect that it will continue to erupt and produce the channelized flow for many more days. Moving over to Kapono Street, got a chance to take a look, and the cracks have changed some, mostly kind of caving in on itself versus getting wider. Steam seems to, and smoke and sulfur and all that wonderful stuff as you see, seems to be about the same, maybe a little bit more. Over on Moku Street, basically the same conditions over there. Wasn't able to get any images from that location, unfortunately, but the report is that it is pretty much unchanged. However, there is some steam and a little bit of sulfur coming from some newer crack locations that weren't visibly steaming in the past. I have a new map with some new data available. It's air quality. Basically, the EPA has provided a public source access for air monitoring. It's looking at the sulfur dioxide and hydrogen sulfide levels. On the map, you'll notice in Upper Leilani there are 2 monitoring stations. These are represented by the blue dots. If I click on the dots, then it brings up the current reading. Brings up the last reading, whatever time that may be, but it shows all the information. And then if I click on the second dot over here, it shows the SO2 and H2O readings. Both these readings show 0 parts per million at the current time that they were read, and so that means the air quality is pretty good in Upper Leilani. Okay, going on over to the USGS map, dated 3 p.m. June 11th, 2018. We see that there's not a whole lot of changes since yesterday. We still have an active ocean entry at Kapoho Bay and Vacation Land area. There's also a little bit of a breakout just on the south side of the flow as well. The Fissure 8 flow channel is still pretty much moving in the same direction and same channels as it has been. So there's really not much more to talk about on that. Now for the SO2 prediction model for June 12th at 12 p.m. We see that not much has changed. A little bit of a direction, bringing it closer into the coastline. So looks like SO2 levels and fog conditions will be pretty much the same as they were today, come tomorrow afternoon. Okay, and to finally wrap this up tonight, in the comments there's been questions about the status of PGV, so I thought I would take this opportunity in this update to address those. With the new air monitoring viewer, I found a overlay that showed the map well, or the PGV wellheads located in the plant facility. You'll see on the map those are the orange dots locating the wells, And as you can see by the orange outline, that is the flow outline. And there has been 2 wellheads impacted by the lava flows on the lower left side, and in the top middle there is 1 more, so a total of 3 wells. Now, during some of the public meetings that was held, PGV did talk about how they prepped the site. That apparently what the way the well is done and designed, or how the well is designed, is that they dig down so many feet, a hole in the ground, and then they drill the smaller hole that becomes the pipe or the well itself down to whatever depth it is that they drill. Down at the bottom of that pipe that's in that well, there is apparently a master valve, which is used to shut off the well completely. And then at the top of the pipe head, there is a regulator valve or something like that. I could be wrong, but there's 2 valves. One is the master valve, and one is can be used to shut it off as well, but it's normally used for something else, I think. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not absolutely positive, but there is a cap or a valve that's been closed there at the top of the pipe that's basically in this pit that was originally dug when they drilled the well in the first place. That pit has been filled in with cinder, covering the top of the wellhead, protecting it from any physical contact from the lava. So when the lava flowed over it, it flowed over the cinder. The cinder insulated the well, pipe itself and the head of the pipe from most of the heat of the lava above. At least that's the way I understand what they were talking about. Then that was the process, the mitigation that they took to quench the wells, to cool them down, and then cover the well pits with in cinder, fill them up with cinder, so the lava would literally just flow right over the top and not be impeded by anything, and therefore, protecting the wells from any venting of the hydrogen sulfide gases, because the lava had compromised the piping and the wellhead structure itself. So that's what I know about PGV. At least that's the way I understand it. Some of this information may be wrong. If you want to know more, of course, Google it. There's a lot more information out there available than what I can provide. I just wanted to give a little bit more information on that and show a little bit, on the map where and what these things are. So I guess that's it for now. This has been the Leilani of the States update for June 11th, 2018.